Hello and welcome back to another episode from Driving Britain. Today we're going to be looking at another Gen Z video. Now we've seen a couple of these before and it's just not gone well, has it? Some of the answers that we see, they're just not what you'd expect to hear from a Western country. Now I know that these videos are predominantly coming out of the US, but we need to appreciate the fact that the US is a lot bigger than most other countries, so they're going to be providing more videos than everywhere else. But these videos, these questions, it's not just exclusively American, so I don't want people to get that impression. However, we are going to be looking at another American video. Sorry, American viewers. But you do keep producing them. And not just the videos, I mean the people. They're all yours. But we've got the same. It's not just an American thing. It's just there's not as many videos for us to be able to show, but we do show them when we come across them. If anybody knows of a UK-based Gen Z type video, then add it to the comments. We'll laugh at it just the same. Right, the video that we're going to be looking at is OMG, Gen Z can't answer the most simple questions. Our educational system is in trouble. The video we're going to be watching is from Felisa's Talks. Links in description as always. Right, let's get straight into it. See what we're going to get. Is it going to be a different one? Are we going to get some decent answers? Are they going to surprise everybody and they're going to come up with just the best answers ever? Let's have a look.
How many moons does the Earth have?
6.
Yes. Do you know how many people are in the USA?
3 billion?
Yes. Do you know who?
Yeah, it turns out that we're probably going to be seeing something pretty similar to what we've already seen on other videos. We're not necessarily getting the best answers that people could give. How many moons do we have? 6. If that's the benchmark and an indication of what we're going to see for the rest of the video, I'm not holding out too high hopes. But let's see what we get. Maybe they're going to get better. Maybe they're just showing the worst at the beginning just to get us hooked.
Who fought in the Civil War?
Who fought in the Civil War?
Yeah.
It was us against the Soviets.
Yes. Do you know how many states there are?
There's a star for each state, so 51.
Yes. How many people are on Earth? Around how many, if you had to guess?
I don't know, 200 trillion, something like that.
How many states make up the United States? Around how many?
13.
Yes. Do you know how many stars are on the US flag?
50.
Do you know what the stars stand for?
No.
Take a guess.
Oh wow. No idea what the stars on the American flag stands for.
I have no.
The number of laws. So that means that you think you've got 13 laws as well. So not only don't you know what the stars on your own flag stand for, but you think that the US is bound by 13 laws or whatever number, ridiculous number he said. Okay. Welcome to the human race.
No, I was right.
Yes. You just guessed?
Yeah.
Around how many people would you say live on Earth?
On Earth?
I've got to be honest, I thought we was going to get some slightly better answers this time. But it's not going to happen, is it? We're just not going to see it, are we? How are we producing these people? I'll say we because it's not just a US thing, it is all of us. Every one of our countries. This is what we're creating. What have we done? What have we done wrong in our education system or in our society to lead to this?
Yeah.
8 million.
Million or billion?
8 million.
Yes. Do you know when the
On
War of
Earth.
1812 was? Like, was it a while ago or like recently?
Let's see, that's World War II.
Yeah, give me a year.
When was the War of 1812? World War II. Okay, it's not a good start so far, so let's see if he can narrow it down a little bit more. He's asking when was the War of 1812? Now, yeah, admittedly there is a bit of a clue in the answer, but maybe it's quite a difficult question if you're not into wars or history or thinking or that sort of stuff.
The War of 1812.
Oh,
You heard of that one?
yeah, that's like the
Oh, he's got it.
1980s. No,
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought he got it when he... Oh, yeah, I know. And then he says the 1980s. When was the War of 1812? Oh, that'll be the 1980s, that will. Do these people just not listen to the question? Is it just that they get surprised by the camera and that's it, all the brains just fall out their ears onto the ground and become a big pile of pizza because it's not generating any actual real thoughts? What is it that's going on here?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
Am I wrong?
France?
Yes. How many people are?
God, man, I'm sure that I've seen a couple of people on these questions when they're asking about your war of independence and your war between the US and the British, asking about who is it against and things like that. And a lot of you have said France. Some of you think that France and Britain are the same country, which is a little bit odd on account of that we speak different languages. And don't you speak a bit of French in Canada, which isn't too far away from you, so you'd probably know about that. And you speak English, which you know doesn't sound like, well, that Frenchy sort of sound. But either way, setting all that aside, I'm sure that during the, I don't know, I'm only just going from a distant memory, not my actual memory, I wasn't there, but I'm sure that I saw somewhere or heard somewhere that during the American-British War, the French were supplying arms to the US, I think. Yeah, we're talking about musket sort of era, so we're not on about Exocets or anything like what happened with the Falklands. I'm sure that they was using Exocets in the Falklands, and I'm pretty sure that they were French, but anybody correct me in the comment section if that's wrong, or if you know more about it, then add more. If anybody really knows about the French connection with the British-American War, the War of Independence, anything around that era to do with French selling arms to the US, then add it to the comment section. I don't know if I've just made it up or dreamt it or seen it on Scooby-Doo or something, but I've just got a little memory about that. So then if it turns out that that is true, it makes it all the more ironic that you think that that's who your war was against. So, you know, the country that turned out to actually be an ally, you then think that that's who you were at war against. There's a bit of an irony in that, isn't there? Because it also then does raise a question. I really can't understand why there's ever been any, in previous times, hostility towards the British and French or anything. I know that there's a lot of brothers and sisters trying to take over both countries and then setting up each one in opposite directions and things like that. There's quite a bit of history there, and that echoed through. But maybe if they were selling arms to the Americans during the British-American War, maybe that would have added fuel to it. I'm not sure. If anybody's actually got a knowledge of history, which obviously isn't me, then add to the comment section what you know. And just after you've entered something into the comment section, please remember to subscribe. Only 20% of all of you watching have subscribed. Now that is pretty generic across YouTube. That's the same with most channels, most viewers. But we're a really small channel. We really do need your help. We need the subscribers because most of you aren't getting to see our videos, because if people don't subscribe, YouTube don't know to promote the video and put it in front of other people when they turn YouTube on. So we really do need you to subscribe and try and help out the channel by commenting and things as much as possible. Okay, back to laughing at people.
On Earth?
I have no idea.
Around how many, if you had to guess?
Couple trillion?
Yes. How many states make up the USA?
55.
Do you know what the letter O on the
55
periodic table
states.
stands for?
Nah.
Take a guess. What do you think it stands for?
Octopus.
Okay. What does the letter O on the periodic table stand for? Octopus. I'm not sure what I can say to that. Octopus. Where on earth did that come from? How do these people's brains work? Where do they pull these answers from? It's not the normal part of the brain that most people pick an answer from. Even if you wasn't really sure what the periodic table was or don't know what's in it, you probably got a general idea that might be on about, well, not an octopus. Man, these answers, they are quite funny.
Yes. Do you know what the third month of each year is?
February.
Yes. Do you know what year the war?
There's been a lot of people on these videos that can't tell the time, certainly don't know what the hands, whatever you want to call them, are on a clock. Don't know what they do, don't know which one's the hour one, which one's the minutes one. Can't recite the months of the year. Quite a few not being able to recite the days of the week. And if you say it's Monday today, what day will it be this time next week? But still can't get it. It's not that the questions are being added to make them a bit more complicated or anything. Comedy chemist. Okay.
War of 1812 was?
I'm going to say 1825 maybe.
So comedy chemist guy, what year was the War of 1812?
1825 maybe.
Really? How are they getting it right? How is this happening? Is it that they're not listening to the questions? Or just they can't understand the questions? If you've got an idea or an opinion about this, then add it to the comment section, because I think it's as bizarre as anything. I think it's really, really funny, but I think it's bizarre though. I can't get my head around how this even happens. Not knowing the right answer is one thing, but that's a pretty straightforward question where the answer's blatantly in the question and they're just not getting it. What leads to that? That's not about education, surely. Not knowing what's in the periodic table. I mean, obviously, that's like Octopus is a bit odd, but not knowing what's in the periodic table, or not knowing your times table, or not being able to spell the word abacus or something. Sure, these are all things that, it doesn't matter your level of education, they're all things that people potentially could get wrong. If you've got no education, then you're most likely going to get a lot of them wrong. But if you're asked a straightforward question, like, I don't know, you should hold your hand up in front of somebody and say, what is one of these? You'd really expect the answer to be a hand. What year was the War of 1812? You kind of expect that they're going to get a clue out of the question. But it's just not happening, is it? It is just being completely missed.
Yes. Do you know what 3 times 3 times 3 is?
3 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3, 18?
Yes. Well, do you know what day we celebrate our Day of Independence here in America?
July 24th.
Do you know what language the people who live in Idaho?
Okay. What language do people speak in Idaho? Well, the last time I saw one of these videos, the answer was Chinese.
Who speak?
No.
What language do you think they speak? Like, what do they sound like they speak?
I never heard them talk, so I don't know.
Do you know what century we're in?
20th? Wait. I don't know.
Yes. What country is Mount Rushmore in?
Russia.
Yes.
What is it with these people? What language do you speak in Idaho? I don't know, I've never heard them speak. Idaho's a state in America. What language do you think, if you was to have a wild guess, what language do you think that they might speak? Mount Rushmore. Did she just say Russia?
What country is Mount Rushmore in?
Russia.
Yes. Can you name one country in Asia?
Tokyo?
How many dimes make up $1?
How many dimes?
Yeah.
25.
Yes. Nice. How many states make up
Whoa, let's go back to that.
make up $1?
How many dimes?
Yeah.
25.
That's what I thought that he said. Now, I thought that I was just getting it all wrong. No. These are pretty simple maths.
Yes. Nice. How many states make up the United States?
52.
Yes. How many cents are in $1?
How many cents are $1?
Yeah.
1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 6.
Yes. Do you know what country we...
What was that? What was that all about? We've got to go. I know we keep going back, but I can't believe these answers.
How many cents are $1?
Yeah.
1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 6.
Six? Where did all them random numbers come from? What were they even supposed to mean? Is he just reeling off any number he can think of and then just rest on the last one? Oh man, come on. America, what are you feeding these people? Radioactive snot or something?
Yes. Do you know what country we gained our independence from?
Mexico, right? No, that's so wrong. Russia, no. I don't know.
Give me a final guess.
Well, she is at least listing countries that there's been some type of ruckus or conflict with. So in that sense, at least she's halfway there. This is, in my opinion, her answer so far has been 3 or 4 times better than every other answer we've heard so far, even though her answer is completely wrong, which is more of a reflection on how bad the other answers are rather than how good her answer is.
Canada. I don't know.
Yes. Do you know what is border the U.S.?
Nah, I don't.
Like touch the U.S. above us and below us. Take a guess. Some countries.
Countries.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I don't even know my countries.
What country is Hawaii?
In the UK, for a long time, in a pretty recent history, our news kept on hearing a lot of stuff about building walls. Small hands and building walls. That's all we kept on seeing on the news every other day. So in your country, it must have been absolutely saturated through every single outlet that you turned on your computer, your TV. It would have been everywhere. Somewhere along the line, surely one of these people questioned what that wall was for and what was going to be on the other side of it. What was all that political hype about that lasted for quite a long time? How do they not know at least what country is to the south just because of that alone?
Ian.
Hawaii is its own country. No, it's not its own country. It's not a country.
What country is it in? Maybe that's a guess. Guess a country. You know this.
Fuck, it's in that Spanish shit.
I know he doesn't. Spanish.
South America? I don't know. South America, that's what.
What country is Hawaii in? Spain, Spanish, South America. Okay.
Yes. Do you know how many minutes make up 1 hour?
See, let me tell y'all something. My math be a little bit fucked up, so you have to give
You
me
need
a
to speak into the mic so they can hear.
My math, I haven't been to school in a minute. I finished college, but I just haven't been to school. So,
It's all good.
yeah, y'all gonna have to ask me.
You've been to college, but you haven't finished school. Okay, that really doesn't make sense. And you're saying that your maths isn't very good, which is why you don't know how many minutes are in an hour. But admittedly, there's been quite a few that haven't known how many hours are in a day, so how many minutes are in an hour, I guess we can excuse that. And most people on these videos seem to be under the impression that a quarter of an hour means 25 minutes and half an hour means 51, 52, 53 minutes, something like that. So this isn't like a one-off. This is a reoccurring theme.
Different question.
Do you know what country Hawaii is in?
Country Hawaii then?
If you had to guess.
I think Hawaii is its own country.
Yeah. Do you know when we celebrate America's independence?
July 1st.
July what?
July 1st.
Yes. Do you know what year the U.S. was founded?
1827.
Yes. Who fought in the Civil War?
As in, like, shooting range or like fighting? Shooting range. The army and wait, what you mean? The first Civil War, second, third? Well,
What?
you never know. So like,
No, you've had quite a few civil wars, haven't you? Yeah. I mean, couldn't on about that one single civil war that you're talking about. It could have been any one of the other ones. In those parallel universes and things like that.
which one are you talking about?
The Civil War.
Alright, if you want to get technical, I think
Against?
it was the Iraq, U.S. against the Iraq, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. What's 7 times 3?
Why are you doing this to me? Why do I have to go through this?
No, around what is that? Yes.
125,
Man, you can count that on
Say
your
again,
hands.
sorry?
105, I guess.
If you're going to make a guess, just a random guess, you're going to have at least an inclination of what general area it's going to be. Yeah, you might think 20 or 30, somewhere around there. You're not going to think 50 or 60, that sounds a bit too high. 70 or 80, that's really getting out there. It's, you only own about 3 of something, and you're on about 3 7s. It's not going to be up in the 80s, is it? Oh no, 105.
Yes. What's 3 times 3 times 3?
3 times 3
Screaming.
times 3. 3, 6, 9.
If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today?
She was really pleased with her answer then, because she was convinced that she got that one right. And that makes it a little bit funnier than normal. If you were born 10 years ago, how old would you be today? Oh God, these questions haven't ended well so far.
13.
10 years ago. So if you were born
How do they
in
do this?
2012, how old would you be?
13.
Yes. How many days make up 1 year?
How many days? 31.
Yes. In
31
1 year?
days a year.
In 1 year? Oh no.
Right, okay.
Oh wait. A day make up 1 year.
Around how many?
Like the whole year, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Every.
His
Gotta
face.
be like 100 years.
Yes. Nice.
What? It's got to be like 100 years. He even took time to really think about that. How many days are in a year? About 100 years. What is up with these people? America, what have you done to your young? This isn't a broken school. This is broken people. But there again, it's not just America, it's all of us. I know. God, these people, they are quite funny. I do enjoy watching these videos because they are so bad at answering these questions. And I don't think it's anything to do with education, so I don't feel bad for laughing at them, because I don't think that we're laughing at them because they've got a poor education, because that's not what's wrong here, is it? They've been given the answer in the question half the time and they're still getting it wrong, and that's nothing to do with education. That's about the people. Alright, if you've enjoyed this video, which I'm guessing you probably did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.